Hashtag let's share our plant success or disaster stories. That is a collaboration created by Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden. So not too long ago I shared my Montauk daisies as a disaster story because they had stem rot and leaf rot disease. They did end up blooming, as you see here, but not very well. As you see, it's still a disaster. I'm going to cut these down once these blooms are done and see what happens next year. I might have to replace the whole plant. One of the entranceways to the side garden is blocked by these guards. Do you see them? There he is. Big spider. And they are throughout the garden. So my first walk through the garden is with a stick, so I don't walk into these babies. So right now I'll just walk around another way. Lots of things need to be cleaned up. Let's start over here with this bed. I have some more Swiss chard here and the blue curly kale and these lovely peppers. I'm going to harvest those today. And I have some dill that I'm going to actually harvest these flower heads. Though some of them went to seed, like this one, and I'm going to be collecting these seeds. Beautiful seeds, see? Free. Over here I have from a fall planting some red Russian kale coming in. And this is the bed that has some loofah along with this bed here. Okay, this portion of the garden tour is part of a collaboration by Grandma Sandy at hashtag Garden Tour Saturday 2023. See those beautiful loofahs? But first, let me show you, this is where I had the artichokes. They were beautiful and they were delicious, but I'm telling you, if you want an automatic weapon from your garden, these weigh a ton and will hurt somebody if you smack them with that. Why do I think of these things? I don't know. So the loofahs are starting to turn a nice pale color. That's what you want. So this is real pale. Well, not real pale, it's paler and it's soft. So I'm just gonna let that go a little bit more. But I wanna show you this loofah that I discovered yesterday that was rotting. It's a loofah sponge. Okay, there it is, a loofah sponge. I could probably let this dry out. Let's get rid of that. And I'm going to do some harvesting. I see some red cherries back there that are ready. Okay, I have these nice spicy red cherries. Look at this nice jalapeno here. These are cayenne peppers, a type of cayenne pepper. I'm not sure what type, but they grow upwards and they're purple. Maybe they're called purple cayenne peppers. Little legs. So in this bed where I had the beans trellising up, is some zucchini, a fall planting of zucchini. So I've had a few rot, but I see that there is something else going on. Let's see if that makes it. Across from this bed were the determinant tomato plants that I had that really did good for me compared to the tomato plants I had in the backyard. And I've discovered that these are Rutgers. So Rutgers have not done well for me in the past, but this year they did well. And I think it's the location. They got more sun here. So I do have like some more green tomatoes on the vines here. I'm gonna see if they start blushing and maybe get a couple more tomatoes out of the season. It's really hard for me to pull up anything that's still flowering. On the other side, I have some leeks growing. So I'm going to pull this one. So the lettuce bed that I showed a couple of times in the last few videos was doing great. I have these forks here that prevent or help deter birds from plucking them out, or little rabbits or little critters that dig holes, and also to deter maybe even some cats from using this for their personal needs. So it did not quite work because I had a whole row of lettuce here and a whole row of lettuce here, which is gone. I think they got plucked out because there's no sign of footprints or anything. But I do have some groupings here that I think I'm going to try to separate and retransplant the ones that I can pluck out successfully with the root and put them here. And I also have more seeds in the house that I'm going to start poking around in this soil too. So forks, not so good this round, but I'm going to lay some tulle over this, some netting. Okay, and then I'm going to be moving these hoop houses from this bed that's currently the sweet pepper bed. It's going to be the strawberry bed, but I'm going to take these out and move them over here and see if I can see how long this winter I can grow some lettuce. I'm going to move this trellis that's in these two beds here. You see these? I'm going to move them over to the pumpkin patch. This is next year's pumpkin patch. So I'm going to have another arch here, and that will be for maybe cucumbers or something like that. The other thing I have to do is plant garlic this year, so I'm trying to figure out where to plant the garlic. I might just do the whole thing here. I have to keep in mind that garlic is going to take over a spot until the 4th of July. Okay, so I do have some more carrots growing here. Let's see what they look like in the grow bags. Oh, really tiny, that one. These look tiny. These look very thin. I see the roly-polies are in here. No, these are too small. I'll see if they grow a little more. Okay, some lilac bells. So I never got around to propping up these pepper plants properly, but as they started falling over, I just take some branches and hold them up with some branches from the backyard. And that is called twigging, and I don't know if that was coined by Lark from Lark's Perennial Garden or not, but that's where I got the idea from. I love twigging. No. The peppers I'm going to dice up and put in the freezer. Okay, it's starting to rain. I gotta get a move on. Okay, so I do want to get the one Boston pickling cucumber because I'm going to refrigerator pickle this with some sweet peppers. Nasturtiums are hanging in there. So a big thank you to all my friends and family, and of course all the pollinators who make my garden possible. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. And I really do hope everybody's having a great day.